Hello! I've immediately flipped something on my table. Hello, everybody.
Everything's immediately gone wrong.
I've immediately screwed things up.
Hey
Good
all.
evening, everybody. Welcome to Wicked Game. Something a little bit different this evening. I'm going to be taking Tom through the Binder of Love. That is the romance game that I created for Charity Week.
Every romantic encounter I ever have from now on needs a binder of love, or otherwise I'm just not invested.
A binder of love. Yeah, I mean, look, I made this on an absolute ADHD rabbit hole. Now, everyone has to endure it. And you are next, my dear. But this time, because I think last time we'd done a little bit of character creation beforehand, we're going to just do that. We're going to do that for everybody to see. And I don't think that there's lots of intro. I'm not going to do announcements. I'm not going to say anything. I think we just hop into it, right? Otherwise, we're going to be here all night.
Yeah, let's go. Are you all happy with that in chat? That's the real question.
Don't answer that. You have to be down with that, chat. Sorry, you're along for the ride. That's the promise. That's the handshake that we make when we stream. Now, Tom.
Yes.
Making a character.
Yeah.
There's a couple of different things that you need to bear in mind. Things that are absolutely your choice, that are not dictated by character creation at all.
Yep.
Is your gender and your sexuality. That is for you to decide.
Incredible. First of all, what was Michelle's pronouns?
She was a lady. She was
I'm gonna go for he him. I think you know what? I'm just gonna be me, but with a different name and not a human. Maybe not.
He they.
He they and Pan. Let's go.
And Pan, that's cool. We've actually never played this game where you just cut off half of the people being offered up on a platter because of your sexual preferences, because everybody I know likes a bit of everything.
I love it.
So, next up, we're going to pick race, but I also don't feel overly comfortable forcing you to be a particular race. So what we'll do is this: we will simply roll D100s until you get one that you enjoy the thought of playing.
I love that. That's my favorite kind of rolling. Why can't we do that with skill checks for the game?
Just keep going until you're happy with it. So I have created a chart in front of me that has a basic breakdown of how common things are in the Lydian Empire. So obviously things like half-elves and halflings and humans and elves have more numbers, and then it's not exactly right because some things would technically be even less than one, but what are we going to do? So
how can you roll for that realistically?
You can't do halves on a dice. It's not, that's not how it works. So please roll for me D100.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm a little bit nervous as well, weirdly. That's a 49.
49? Now that's human.
I don't just want to be me. Let's re-roll.
Okay.
Can you imagine me at the palace? Something would go awful. I'd just get beheaded.
Just, you do one day and they make an example of you in front of everybody.
I was about to say, even if it's not necessarily the custom, I just get beheaded. That's 75.
Asthma.
Oh, I love that.
Do you want to roll a third one and then pick between Asthma and your third option? Because I think that's what I did with Michelle, was like roll 3 times and pick the one that you like the most.
Nice. That was a 74.
Still Asthma. It's meant to be.
I'll re-roll to see what else is on the chart, but that was a 48. No, I've got two humans and 2 Asthmas, right?
No. You've got a half orc.
Half orc. Oh, half orc or Asthma?
I think if you're going to do the Bridgerton Regency thing, you'd probably go Asthma. But
it's got to be Asthma, right?
But then there's something that bucks against the trend with half orc. But you know,
No, I'm going Asimar, I think. Who's my god? That's the real question.
Want me to jump? I haven't got my OneNote up to list you some deities, but you could go.
I think I'm going to go Brinhan.
Yes, a little bit of agriculture and farming, and that's interesting. Actually, why don't you wait until you've done this next stage, which will give you a clear idea of what your family and your personality is like, and then you can do that. All right.
I like that a lot.
So
that was realistically, that was only for me to go. I do actually know the name of that god after the quiz.
Okay, the next thing we have is there are 5 attributes, and we're going to put them in order.
Cool.
Of like what you think your character is, just in order of like ranking them for your character.
Yeah.
And the attributes of this: beauty, your character very beautiful; coordination, that would be Dex, I guess.
Yeah.
Wit, which is like charisma.
Char.
Social standing.
Okay.
So that would be about how like noble you are, how well known you are, how infamous or famous you are, and family money.
Ooh. I mean, me being a perverse snob doesn't like most of the attributes. I'm sat here going family money and social standing. Ooh. No, I think
people kind of go, you've either got to be like, to fulfill an archetype, you've either got to be a kind of beautiful penniless noble, or a very witty like new money person who has got no noble name but tons and tons of money.
I think I'll be what's her face from Dragon Age style. What's the lady in the chair that does all the
Josie. So
yeah,
she kind of has both, but she's very beautiful. So do you want beauty to be your number one?
I think wit's gonna be my number one.
Okay.
I think my person has made their own money. So wit and money. Money next, I think. What was it that you called it?
Just family money.
Family money, nice.
You've got coordination, beauty, and social standing left.
I think beauty, then coordination,
then social standing.
I think
social standing is right at the bottom, which could be quite interesting because you could be a family that's actually a little disgraced, and this is your first opportunity to marry up.
I think we've been at the forefront of inventing and investing in new ways to here we go. Inventing and investing in new ways to sort of expedite the agricultural kind of sector, and it's ever so close to kind of mechanize it.
Good bit of law. Yeah. Nobody likes a cog or a wheel.
It's ever so close to mechanical kind of tools, but it's
machines and stuff. Yeah,
exactly. But it's not. It's kind of like on that cusp, hence the social standing.
Okay.
So we've kind of worked our way up to.
You're rich, but considered a little uncouth and a little grim.
Yeah, and ultimately that's why we've got the money. Is that in our fields, in our kind of town, we have been implementing these tools, and though it's a little bit uncouth, as you say, it's making us lots of money because we can just the yield is far greater.
I see you from Droshen. I see this Asimar from Droshen.
I like
somewhere
that.
that's got that agricultural, like it's swampy, it's lush, it's green, and it's also considered a little out of the way and a little far away from the capital to be truly like in.
I like it a lot.
Not a million miles away from Hazes. So basically, when you've written those down, I'd like you to put 3 the number 3 next to wit, 2 next to family money, 1 next to beauty, 0 next to coordination, and -1 to social standing.
Oh, wow. Are these my stats?
Those are your stats. They will be, because the game is of 2 halves: conversation stuff and events and trials.
Nice.
Now, I'm going to reiterate. Is the music too loud? How is that? Because it's actually oddly loud for me.
Ducks in chat, how are we doing?
That was just maybe quite a grand piece of music. Damn, I should have done that for the opening paragraph. So I'm going to remind you of this. There is no, in the conversational parts when you're picking options, there's no incorrect answer. It's just what is the personality of your character, and each person that you meet has a preference to character. Mm-hmm. You can fuck up in the sense that like you're a bitch to somebody who likes people who hates bitches. Yep. Or you can be a really compassionate person who's really looking for a bitch. So that's the only way that you can screw up, is being the wrong kind of person in front of the wrong person. There's no correct or incorrect answer.
Awesome. I love it.
What's your character name?
Let's think of something super kind of Funyun Tractor.
No. No. Pick another. No.
Let's go. I like. I think going with social status as well. I think something like. I was going to call them Ben, but that's my brother's name, and that's a bit weird. Let's go.
Claude. I heard that name today.
Claude. Elis Claude.
Elis Claude is cool. I like that. Elis Claude, the Asimar of Brinnan. Every time I spell it, I call it an ass with 2 S's and 1 A. They
Brinnan.
Okay.
I'm so excited, by the way, to after this watch the Michelle one and see how different or similar our actions were. I get the feeling that we've probably gone very different ways already, to be fair, but...
All right. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
So you're going to do this palace season with your mum as like your coach.
Yeah.
So she has gone ahead of you traveling from Drashen, and you are now traveling with all your luggage. Right. This is we're in a peaceful tavern. Let's move on from the peaceful tavern.
Find a pen that works. Panic. Cool.
Okay. Your carriage pulls through the gates of the Imperial Palace, its sprawling beauty before you, a structure seemingly growing from the very mountain itself. And though the architecture mirrors the dramatic edges and shapes of the Sierra, it is as gilded as a jeweler's shop. Iridian flags flutter in the warm breeze, and the lilt of music spills from open windows. As you approach the grand entrance, a flurry of staff meets your carriage and begin fussing over your luggage. A figure steps forward to your door, pale skin, cool as a winter morning, and hidden behind a gold mask from the nose up. They exude lithe androgyny. Black hair tumbles around the mask, and a pair of small horns curl back from the forehead. They take your hand as you alight the carriage. Greetings, Mr. Claude. Welcome to the Imperial Palace. My name is Otome. I will be your personal valet. As your trunks are taken ahead of you, you step through the 30-foot arched entrance into a yawning hallway with marble pillars adorned with golden vines, and dappled lights dance on the floors and walls of stained glass windows. So you've met your first character, Otome, who is non-binary and a tiefling.
Is it too soon to have made my choice?
You've already screwed up what you were planning on doing in your past season. You're going to marry the valet. All right. Okay, cool.
No, not yet. Wait.
You already let your mother down. I hope your travels have not been too taxing for you. Your mother arrived ahead of you and awaits your arrival in your suite. Walking through the halls, scented with jasmine and citrus, you hear a commotion ahead of you. Before you can even make out the crowd of people, you see that the staff who are carrying your belongings, they stop and bow in readiness for the approaching people. The entourage surrounds the towering form of Emperor Julian II. Skin the color of sun-aged red clay and adorned hair of deep red that seems to flicker at the ends like flame. His amber eyes burn and loose draping clothes hang from bronze clasps. One set of horns curl from behind the ear to almost touch at the front in like an upturned diadem, and another set spiral from the top of the head like a corkscrew stag horns. So that is your second person that you've met. That's Emperor Julian II, who is...
And that's a romanceable character?
Yep. Goodness. Male, genie, Emperor Julian.
Emperor Julian. I'm immediately intimidated. And obviously down on one knee, bowing, of course. You don't need that. I'll let you carry on.
No. It's good to know. To his right is a petite woman, so different to the emperor in every way. Her skin a shocking pale cream and framed with hair of seafoam green, so straight and shiny it looks like water. Her dark turquoise eyes hasten to take in every detail that surrounds her, and though she is small in stature, there is a glittering intensity to her that belies terrifying cleverness. This is Princess Neki of the Khotan Empire. So that's your next person that you've met. It is a little bit at the beginning, you just meet quite a few people. So Princess Neki, Nekki,
yep.
Female, Yuan-ti.
Yuan-ti.
To the emperor's left is another woman. Again, dazzling and uncommon in looks. This woman is tall and preternaturally feline in her movements. Her attention is focused intently on the people who address her, capturing them in her intense gaze. Her skin is the color of lychee, pale and pink and creamy. Her hair is a vivid lavender cascading wildly about her shoulders. That is Lady Morluen, the Fae diplomat. She's female and she's Fae.
Fae.
Behind her are other guests of the court as they draw near, Otro steps forward and in one elegant and swift movement takes the knee, bows their head before them, and looking up announces, Sir Elis Claude, for you, your Majesty. You step forward and bow to be taken in by the Emperor and his guests. Now, Tom.
Hi.
Please take a d6.
Oh shit, is this my first roll?
And I'm afraid it's social standing. So if you'd like to roll a d6 and -1 and tell me the answer.
Oh, that was so close to being a 2, and then it fell off my my book. That's a 5, so a 4.
Ooh. Wow. I've done it in an actual flowchart, and it's...
Oh my God.
It's too small for me to read. The Emperor steps forward out of the encircling entourage and speaks to you loud enough to include all the onlookers. Welcome. I had heard that we would be graced with your presence this year. I am sure you will do your family proud. May Lady Thorn guide you this month. You feel all eyes on you as you rise from your bow and you look up at the Emperor. Please roll a d6 and add your beauty.
Oh my goodness, this is terrifying. This is actually, that was a 3 + 1, so another 4.
Ooh. You rise from your bow and you find that Julian is gazing at you, and the hallway seems completely silent and transfixed momentarily. You thank him for welcoming you, and you reluctantly move on to find your way to your suite as the Emperor and entourage sweep off to the grand parlor. Now, I just got to quickly do some scores here.
This is very exciting and absolutely terrifying. I can already feel all of the pressure, and I love it. Whilst you're adding up scores, you've described the 4 people so far. I think I wanted to make sure that the sort of the middle of the road kind of beauty was sort of spoken about. Obviously, Elis is an Aasimar, therefore like the kind of pinnacle of. But as an Aasimar of Brinnan, they're kind of the pinnacle of like farm beauty, if that makes sense. Like you've got that kind of
the farm boy from The Princess Bride.
Essentially, you've got like sort of like wide high cheekbones and kind of like a squarish chin with like freckles just everywhere, big kind of cow-like eyes with long lashes, and like hair that kind of is sort of like a very, very light blonde that kind of like hangs just kind of like as though they've tried to style it, but it's so coarse and so kind of curly that it just
unruly.
Has a life of its own.
Guys in chat, for anyone that has been through this with me before with Michelle, this character smacks of another character that he's yet to meet, and I wonder if Like will be drawn to Like.
Oh, that's interesting. And as someone said in chat, buns for days, because those hail bays aren't bales aren't. Did I say hail bays? I might have done. It doesn't matter. Those hay bales aren't moving themselves. But yeah, it's that kind of very kind of. I don't want to say comely because I don't like the word, but like a very kind of
comely seems so average to me, even though it's meant to be good looking. It's like,
yeah, but I kind of see it as being like a kind of a homestead good looking, like the kind of the this side of plane, like the right side of plane kind of thing, and I think that's what Elis is.
Beautiful. Okay, now that I've done a little bit of scoring, you eventually find yourself in your quarters. Wow, wait, let me just quickly, because that was the music that we needed for being eye to eye with the Emperor. Eventually, you find yourself in your quarters, a central parlor of ornate velvet finishings, bronze and glass tables with trays of teas and fruit. To one side of the parlor is a row of high-arched glassless windows with fluttering sheer drapes. The doors lead to several sleeping quarters and washrooms. There you find not only your mother drinking tea as she orders the staff around, placing trunks and garment bags, but your childhood friend, Desafia, known to you as just Dessa.
Dessa.
You have been thick as thieves with Dessa for as long as you can remember, and barring one intense summer romance, you have often spent many hours talking of when you would both do the palace season together and how you would help each other win the dreamiest of spouses. They stand there in light blue wide trousers with a cropped silk shirt showing off their trim figure, deep bronze skin, and their blonde hair is pulled into a shiny high ponytail, and their caramel eyes glitter with joy as you enter the room. They pull you into a tight embrace, and they smell like spun sugar and figs. Finally, I was out of my mind waiting for you. Isn't everything just divine? If we hadn't have been planning this our whole lives, I would be easily distracted into just gawking at everything and indulging myself into a puddle. My suite is on the same floor, so we can always coordinate and catch up at the end of each day, just as we always planned. But it's terribly unfair that you should look so good, even though you've just stood on your feet after a long journey. I had to bathe and rest before coming to see you. But listen to me babbling on. Your mother has been so kind listening to me while I wait for you. So this is Dessa. Dessa is non-binary and human.
Awesome. I love Dessa so much.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
They're good. Behind Dessa, your mother pours you a jasmine tea and says, young Dessa, you know, I've always considered you a surrogate child. When your parents passed away and left you all alone in that huge estate with so much to suddenly be responsible for, I would have done anything to help you through. And look at you now, a ripe, rich fruit ready for the picking. With a polite clearing of the throat, Otro intersects. Your belongings are all arrived now and can be unpacked for you if you wish. Take the evening to settle, because tomorrow will be the welcome breakfast where debutantes can make their first impressions. A little of my role. I'm here to help you in any way. I can give you insights into each event in the palace. I have contacts in the city. Should you need anything from clothing alterations to accessories to entertaining and to the discreet organizing of private rendezvous. I can send for people to bring you almost anything, and my quarters are the door next to yours for your constant convenience. You see, your mother is very impatient at the valet and wishing to begin planning with you for tomorrow, says, why are you still here? You're a maid, go away. And she waves her hand for them to leave, and Dessa clears her throat and is visibly uncomfortable. Now, you have a choice of how you respond to this situation.
Okay.
Response 1, you wordlessly turn away with Dessa and your mother and you drink your tea. Or, Mother, Otro is a valuable asset and they could give us just the head start that we need. Or, how could you speak to them in such a way? Otro, please forgive my mother. She did not mean to disrespect you. Or, final option. There's always 4 options, right?
Okay, cool.
So we've had like ignore it and get on with tea drinking, or like Otro can help us get a head start, or like I'm so sorry, that was absolutely fucking horrible. Or the final option is, can't we just all relax and have something stronger than tea? There's so much time to just enjoy ourselves.
Oh goodness, it's only going to be one of 2 with any of my characters, let's be honest. But I think Elis is, a person of the people as much as anything. I think the money that they're making from these sort of advances are for the people, and I think that's what his reaction, their reaction would be. So I think is it the third one that was? How could you speak to?
Yeah, that was really disrespectful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you out here because it's very difficult for you to hold all the responses in your head. So here's a shortcut to it.
Mm-hmm.
4 answers, I always put them in the same order, and it goes the bitch,
mm-hmm.
the ambitious one,
mm-hmm.
the compassionate one,
mm-hmm.
and the carefree one.
I think we're going compassion here.
We're going compassion for the first one. All right.
Super.
Response 3.
I'm nervous. I feel like you said beforehand there are no wrong answers, but I feel like oh god, this is good, Lydia. Well done.
That's already marks, because basically you've got 2 people in the room that I'm putting marks down from.
For sure.
The first thing, everyone could see you, so everybody got their impression from that. But this one, only 2 people can see you.
Cool.
Right. How could you speak to them in such a way? Otro, please forgive my mother. She did not mean to be so disrespectful to you. Your mother looks shocked at your approach of her. Dessa takes a breath and is relieved. Otro nods warmly. Can I help with anything before I retire for the evening? Now you've got responses again.
Okay.
Option 1. Don't think you can clock off so soon. We need a steady stream of refreshments and entertainment to these quarters. Dessa and I wish to be treated well tonight. The bitch. Option 2. Only if you have the scoop on what's going on in the palace. Option 3. Otro, there's no need to be so formal with us. We're all just people here. Take the rest of the night to yourself. We will be absolutely fine here. Thank you for all of your help already. Or 4, Otro, you can come and go as you please. We don't need tending too much. We'll all have a relaxed and enjoyable time together.
I think I'm looking for that scoop, baby.
Scoopy. All right. Brilliant. Otro looks uncomfortable for a moment. Oh, let me get this out. But you beckon them forward and encourage them to talk. And with the help of Dessa, you get this information. I witnessed the Khotan princess Neki hiss at Captain Toll when he tried to break the ice with her. She does not like military people. Dessa looks at you with excitement of insider information, and the rest of the evening is a flurry of chat about who could be here and who would be eligible to marry.
Interesting.
Cool. Okay.
Neki hissed at Toll.
There's nothing that makes me love somebody more than if their response to somebody being kind is just it's just so animalistic. Okay. And so the first day of palace season begins. You wake and dress in something that you hope will capture the attention of everyone at the breakfast banquet, and you make your way to the grand terrace. It is a pale stone balcony that overlooks all of the capital, and warm city air whips up the mountain, and silk streamers flutter along the balustrades. Staff, all wearing the gold masks, carry carafes of mimosas and cucumber water, and the tables groan with the weight of platters of elaborate carved fruit and other delicacies. You see Dessa at the far end of the balcony, and they wave happily to you as they share a plate of strawberries with a tall man with long chestnut hair. As you move through the banquet, you see that this is actually not a formal event. Many people float from table to table, and you drink a cool aromatic tea and make your way to the edge of the balcony for the breeze. You see 2 men in conversation, and they stop, turning to include you in the conversation. One man you know from posters and paintings all over the empire. It is the famous actor and bard Aeschylus Pine. His gray eyes draw you in, and his lips part in a mischievous smile, revealing gleaming white teeth. His long copper hair is pulled into a careless bun, but obsidian beads belie a purpose to the aesthetic. Next to him, so I'll just say, Aeschylus Pine is a famous actor, male and half-elf.
Cool. I'm really sorry, but the lips parting mischievously did things to me, and I can only apologize.
I'm going to be so excited if someone finally goes for Aeschylus Pine. I think people find him a little bit too much of an actor.
Darling. When among friends. Okay, cool.
Okay. Next to him is a man you have heard tell of. Captain Toll, despite his youth, has many songs already written about him, though the attention is not welcomed. It is rumored that he has the blood of giants in him. Despite how he towers over the other guests, his kind blue eyes and soft smiling mouth present him as a thoughtful man. He has shoulder-length blonde hair and blonde stubble, and he looks unaccustomed to wearing the light white shirt that, because of the breeze, billows and reveals a body built for exertion and battle.
Stop.
So that is Captain Toll.
Captain Toll.
He's male, and he's human, but with a little. Is there a little bit of the big boy about him?
Big boy.
Big boy.
Incredible. Oh my god, this is such a difficult decision to make. I now completely understand already Michelle umming and ahhing about whether she made the right choice.
Aeschylus says to you, hello. Captain Toll and I were just discussing these events. I find them a thrilling environment to find love, but Captain Toll here, I fear, yearns for a more earnest environment to find love. What are your thoughts? You have your 4 responses to choose from. Response 1. I think the palace season allows the cream to rise, Mr. Pine. Those with the aptitude for court have a way to find the life they seek, and those who cannot play the game will find themselves lonely. Response 2. I think 2 accomplished and handsome men knowing themselves and their preferences and finding common ground despite different backgrounds would make the emperor happy. That's response 2. Response 3. Surely it's not where you find love and companionship, but that you find it at all. It takes bravery to love, whether across a marble dance floor or a desert. Or 4. I think there's a third way to see it, and that is that there is so much fun to be had when you think not of the pursuit, but of wine and dancing.
Oh god, that's so whimsical. I hate it. I hate it. Okay. Oh, that's a really tough decision, because I think I want to go for the second choice. But
which is saying you guys are so cool to be talking at all. Yeah.
But I don't think my farm person is kind of, I think third is more Elis.
Okay. Right, response 3, the compassionate option.
I think Elis is just a simple person, just a very
just a simple, God-touched person with loads of money. What me?
I hate to say it, because I have a feeling this may have been what Michelle would have gone for as well. But I think I'm happy to tread the kind of ambition, compassion kind of line at the moment. But we shall see.
You're not actually treading the same boards as Michelle.
Are we not? Interesting.
No. They're not completely dissimilar, but they're not the same either. Yeah. All right, response 3. Surely it is not where you find love and companionship, but it is that you find it at all. It takes bravery to love, whether across a marble dance floor or in a desert. Captain Toll smiles at this and hands you a piece of fruit from a passing tray. Aeschylus says, love can be found anywhere. This game changes the lives of whole families, sometimes for generations and generations. Don't you agree? Again, you've got some options. Option 1. This is true for many, those that desperately scratch at nobility or notoriety or wealth. Perfection like mine is true privilege. I may pick whomever I please.
I hate it so much. Why?
It would be fun to do a full run as a bitch, though, right?
It would be so fun, but you're making me hate that version that could have been. Oh.
Option 2. I could not agree with you more. I've worked my whole life to play this game. Option 3. Improving lives in any way is a worthy endeavor, as long as it leads to happy marriages. Or the final option. If love finds me here, I would take it, but I would not weep if people consider my game weak. Game is like the game of court.
Yeah. I actually... I don't think I'm doing myself any favors here, but I'm actually down for the fourth option. I think it's a little bit of candid honesty there.
Both men smile. Captain Toll says, how refreshing to hear such a perspective at court. Please allow us to fill your cup. And you are entertained by both men at other people at the banquet, at the breakfast banquet. Let me just.
Interesting. Oh, so excited! God, I'm getting a sweet tooth, Lydia. Like, how many more people are there? This is mental.
Well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people all in all.
Okay, cool.
I think you've written that down, everybody.
So I think that's everyone. Okay, good. I was getting a bit scared.
Listen, the first draft of this had 12 people. It was a fucking mess. All right. For the next 5 days, you and the other debutantes are brought together every day to learn an elaborate dance to be performed for the emperor and his guests on the evening of the 6th day. There is stiff competition for the positioning, as in like physically where you're positioned on the stage. And you have to dance for the mistress of the season, Mrs. Cremata. Impress her and she will place you where you can be admired by all. Fail to inspire and she will position you where no one can see you.
Interesting.
Please roll a d6 and add your coordination.
Oh, God.
So add
that's a 0.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a 6. That was actually a 6.
My God.
How?
Elis.
It's those glutes, man.
It is. You perform the choreography perfectly. Mrs. Cremata is impressed. You are put front and center of each section of the dance. You know that you still have to make an impact in the performance, though. So roll a d6 and add your beauty.
Cool. D6.
Oh no.
Rolled a 1, so that's so that I do add 1, so that's 2.
You know what it is? It's your concentrating face. Like you nail it, but you're really doing your concentrating face.
Because this is all that there is in the dance. You know, it's just squats like this.
Yeah.
Nice.
You perform the dance perfectly, and after you are congratulated on your talent. But you could not help but to notice that Dessa, who danced behind you, also caught people's attention with their grace and beauty.
Go Dessa.
So basically, the day of the performance, I mean, I've kind of skipped this as she's gone on beforehand. The day of the performance arrives, and after dinner, the emperor and his guests enter the ballroom where chairs are set up like a theatre with musicians at the ready by the stage. The arcane lights shine at the stage, and the nervous debutantes ready themselves for the dance. Whatever happens, it'll be observed by everyone in the palace, guests, emperor, fellow debutantes, and staff alike. And you do well, but you are a little bit outshined by other people on that dance floor.
Interesting.
So what was it? It was 2 and what was your first one?
6. Straight 6.
Okay. Not terrible. Okay. We may be heading towards our first private moment. But not yet.
Okay.
Well, let me just do some counting. No, not quite yet. Don't get ahead of yourself, Lydia. Jesus.
I just hyperventilated for no reason. Good.
Okay. After the dance, you find yourself walking with Otro back to the debutante's wing. You hear something from a room, and though Otro warns you, you enter.
Ooh.
There, you see the Fey diplomat, Lady Morluen, and a collection of musicians. Yes, you are finally getting close, but please, more lift, more melody. She sees you enter. Pardon me. I had a fanciful idea that I could teach Fey music to these mortal musicians. I'm afraid I've been putting these people through their paces. The music that plays has this beautiful, swinging, syncopated lilt where drums vibrate through you, but then there are also these viols that lift and soar. It's like nothing you've ever heard before. I see that your valet is keen to spirit you away so that you will not be enthralled by my fey charms. Please, it's been so long since I have danced to a fey tune. She holds out her hand to you. Response 1. I'd never be so foolish enough to obey a fey being for fear you would steal me away. Response 2. Otro looks after me, but they would never deny me such a moment with a lady. Response 3. If I ease any homesickness you feel through my dance, though my dancing is poor, perhaps it might comfort you. Response 4. Luckily, dancing is my favorite pastime. Though I do not know the steps, I will trust you to teach me.
Whoa!
Is Elis a woo girl?
No, Elis is, as I've already said, homely as anything. I think third option all the way, definitely. I think that's a nice little moment of compassion. Is good.
Okay.
I've realized I'm basically playing the beauty version of the beast that is Ludo right now.
A little bit. If I ease any homesickness you feel through, though my dancing is poor, perhaps it might comfort you. Morluen's face drops and she snatches her hand away. Do not mistake my invitation for a request for your comfort of any kind. You do not know me, nor my feelings. Option 1. I see that kindness is lost on your kind. Consider my lesson learned. Option 2. Forgive my utter presumption. I wanted to appear perceptive to someone as brilliant as yourself. Show me a fey dance to match this exciting music. Option 3. I see that I've touched on a difficult subject for you. Do you have loved ones that you have left behind? I've heard that time in the Feywild does not move in concordance with ours. So when you return home, you have no idea how much time has passed. It's the compassionate option. Sorry, I muffed that line a bit. Option 4. You ignore her comments and grasp her hand and begin attempting to dance, but trying to make her laugh. Look at my foolish mortal feet. How could you expect me to emulate the grace of the Fae?
God, I now immediately want to make do this again and make the character as deplorable as possible, because you're doing a really good job with some of these options. You know what? I actually think option 1.
Option 1. I see that kindness is lost on your kind. Consider my lesson learned.
Oh no, I don't like it actually. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Do you want me to go through them again? So there's that one. It's the bit that was the bitch option.
It's option 2 that I want.
Forgive my utter presumption. I wanted to appear perceptive to someone as brilliant as yourself. Show me the fey dance that matches this exciting music. Interesting.
That's fully a. Oh yeah, I fucked up. I apologize. Listen, let's start over. I think that's good.
She warms a little, and though she doesn't speak, she does sweep across the floor, leaping and spinning in a fey dance. And you see Otro standing stiffly by the door. Okay.
Ooh, this is scary.
This is what I mean by like Otro and Morluen couldn't be more opposite, so you can't please them both. You can't be the person that they're both gonna like.
Yeah. Oh, I'm inadvertently. I realize now I'm inadvertently gonna do what I set out to do and come away with no one, come away completely alone whilst actually trying.
I'm gonna say this one thing, because this game is different to like real Austin or like Bridgerton in the one sense, and will surprise you none. You can kiss people, you can kiss many people, and it doesn't matter. You're not like, this is not Dragon Age where you kiss someone and everyone else is locked off. So bear that in mind when we go into our first private moment.
I am listening. I've just got to run over and grab my charger.
Okay. That's 28. That's...
I did not come prepared. Nous sommes ici. Lydia, can I just say, this is so good. This is so good.
Thanks. Okay. You are in the debutante's courtyard, practicing your dance for a ball, when Dessa swoops in to partner you. You sweep across the marble floor, holding each other in a light embrace. They say, "In all our planning, did we ever think this would be so thrilling?" And you reply, "I could never have guessed that my dearest friend would outshine every noble and influential person in the palace." Dessa flushes, and you stop dancing, still standing so close. She says, "In truth, every encounter I have with a prospective suitor, I find myself thinking of you. Whenever I think of my future with them, my heart breaks that it would not be with you." "What have we done, Elis?" You reply, "I'll never forget our summer together, Dessa. It was one of the happiest times in my life."
Oh, summer.
I feel the same way. But could we really do this now? You've got your options are this. Option 1. No, it matters not the flutterings that we feel. Do not tempt me with ill-advised marriage. That's option 1. Option 2 is you give them a brief kiss and then you say, "Dessa, we owe it to ourselves to give everything we have to this season that we planned for so long. I will find you at the end, and if you still feel this way and I do too, then we'll talk again." Option 3 is, "It has always been you, my sweet, beautiful Dessa." And you kiss. Option 4, "We can do as we wish, and right now I want your lips on mine, and I care not who sees." Or you can just shut her down and say, "My dear friend, that summer was precious, but it should stay in the past."
Get out of town. Oh, God. Option 2 is so sweet. I just don't think I can choose anything but option 2.
Okay. Dessa smiles at you and says, "I've always loved your ambition. I know that my love will not falter. I will see you on the other side, my sweet."
Oh, God. I'm going to break so many fucking hearts. This is promposal all over again. Okay, cool.
Oh, Dessaphir. Poor little orphan Dessaphir. You are going to ruin her. Right. We are now in week 2 of the palace.
2.
A grand ride is organized for the guests of the emperor and the debutantes. Otome brings you to the royal stables and you are shown your horse. They will ride just behind you so that they can get you anything that you might need. And Otome tells you that they're a good rider, so if you get in any trouble, they can help. Horse and riders stream out of the stables and palace grounds up into the mountains that overlook the capital. It is breathtaking. You find yourself in a line of riders as the path narrows. Ahead of you is the emperor on a powerful warhorse. Looking to your side, you see the Princess Neki, her long hair being tugged from its style by the fresh mountain air. Dark blue-gray eyes look to you. Where you expected coldness, you find spark and wit dancing. "Your Grace, I seem to have found myself in step with someone who cannot be expected to keep up with my conversations of politics and philosophy as you can." She flashes you a small smile, and you see an almost imperceptible invitation to play. Julian calls back, "I wanted you to get to know the Iridian people, my people. For empires, whether yours or mine, are not made from diamonds alone, but rock and mortar and crystal and soil and ore. Who knows what Elis Claude is made of? But there is no better time to find out." Now, your response. Option 1. This is where it gets Lydia got a little bit flowery with the language, and so
I love it.
Option 1. By my eye, the ruby tells the emerald to converse with a rock. Unable to see, they do in fact speak to the diamond.
That's a beheading.
Let's head for the beheading. Option 2. Your graces, though I never wish to disappoint my emperor, you will find no common matter here. For the more I speak, the more you will find that I glitter more brilliantly than any diamond. Option 3. Your grace, you honor me that I could be such a branch between our empires. Princess Neki is clearly a woman of immense insight and grace, and will find in me only goodness and loyalty. 4. Thank you, Your Grace. Princess Neki, let us drink wine and converse while we ride.
Let's do shots. Oh God, that's a really tough choice.
So again, the bitch, the ambitious one, the compassionate one, or the carefree one.
See, it's tough, isn't it? Because I feel like Neki would quite like the first, though I could be completely wrong, and I know for a fact that Julian would fucking hate it. I don't like the compassionate for this one. I feel like it's a little bit kind of simpering, and I'm not a woo girl. so I think it's option 2. I think it's got to be.
Okay. So you're saying, Your Graces, though I never wish to disappoint my emperor, you will find no common matter here. For the more I speak, the more that you will find that I glitter more brilliantly than any diamond.
I think that shows enough kind of self-confidence whilst also being a little bit witty and cutesy.
Yeah. I mean, wit is your biggest attribute.
Exactly.
Neki's eyes twinkle and she laughs, delighted in the game. But Julian turns back and says, wait, let me just read ahead for a second. If you try and hint that I might make you the diamond of the season, your ways are clumsy, but I see that you have a way of making the princess laugh. Not an easy quest. So please tell us what you hope for this month. Option 1. I hope for more than laughter, that is for sure. I hope that you might see me as better than all the other debutantes, and I believe you will, for it is known that you are an insightful and wise man. Kind of audacious. Option 2.
I just hate the cunning option. I just hate the first option every single time.
Option 2. What do I hope? Your Grace, hope is for the naive and flimsy young things that might buy feathers in the season's colors and hope it is enough. I do not hope. I fight with all of my limited talents. I fight for a life partner truly worthy to walk through this life with. If I am clumsy, it is only because I do not wish to leave the fighting ring with anything left in the reserves. Lids, you could have edited that one a little bit.
I liked it. It's good.
Option 3. I hope to represent myself accurately. Only that way will my future spouse and partner in all things know how to find me. To be anything other than my authentic self would do a disservice to the palace season you have so lovingly created for us. Option 4. I hope to experience every drop of joy that the season has to offer. Lady Thorn smiles, we could say Brennan, smiles on us when we love each other and enjoy ourselves fully.
That's the first woo girl option that I quite like. I think I'm going to have to I think Elis is nothing if not forthcoming and authentic. I think it's option 3. I think it's got to be.
I hope to represent myself accurately. Only that way can my future spouse hope to find me. To be anything other than my authentic self would do a disservice to the palace season that you have so lovingly created for us. Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Interesting stuff. Wait, I've got to tell you what happens. Julian laughs. It is rare to find someone who understands the importance of authenticity in court. You are right. I care greatly for this season. It is my gift to the children of people who have served me and my ancestors well. You have a keen eye. Neki is looking to the horizon, no longer engaged by the conversation.
Shit.
Okay. I'll just do some. No, I'll get through this next bit and then we'll see what their totals are. Okay.
Balls. It sounds like I'm tepid at best with almost everyone.
No. Okay. For the next 4 days of the whole. Wait. For the next 4 days, the halls of the debutantes wing are a hive of activities as rehearsals commence for the play. While various work people are already assembling props and the set, auditions are organized. Those that wish to compete for roles in the play that are going to speak lines, you've got to do a monologue and sing a song and dance in front of Mrs. Cremata, the mistress of the palace season.
Cool.
See people nervously step up and try their hardest to impress her. Some leave the stage in tears from her scolding words, and some smile broadly. It's your turn. Please roll a d6 and add your wit.
Okay, here we go. This is my good one. Let's hope I roll well. Oh, I actually genuinely rolled really well. I tell you, I might not have great rolls when it comes to D20s, but D6s...
They're your friend, yeah.
D6s are my friends. That was a 6, so a 9.
Are you rolling the skull dice?
No, I'm not. I'm actually rolling my Fey dice, my Goliath dice.
Okay. Interesting. Sorry, I was just taking advantage and doing some totals on the old doodahs.
Interesting.
So wait, you just got 8?
I got 9.
You got 9. Full marks. You get the main part. As the week progresses, you put everything you have into the part, but you realize that you should leave nothing to chance, and the costume you've been given is quite dull. You're going to need to jazz up that costume. So can you roll a d6 and add family wealth?
Let's
embellish your costume.
Absolutely, vajazzle that costume. Oh God, that was a 2 on the dice, so 4 all told.
That's not too bad.
It's okay.
Put family money right up there.
Yeah.
This is your moment to shine, and you do not disappoint. Standing in the spotlight, performing for the emperor and all the court's guests, wearing a costume of sheer yellow chiffon embroidered with jewels. All eyes are on you. And
why did I think that was a good idea?
That is the fashion in the capital, though, is sheer and jewels. That's why Kai wore a sheer shirt with like jeweled trousers, because that's what it is. You wear a yellow chiffon suit with jewels on it. But you are all that anybody can talk about. That's because you were doing Death of a Salesman with a chiffon yellow suit on.
Do you see that tree outside? Do you see that tree out in the garden?
Doing the Crucible, because it is my name. Right. Oh, we've become theatre nerds again. Okay, so it was 9 and 4.
9 and 4. Not bad, actually, considering I got a 2 in the last round.
Okay, well, you're starting to get some good scores here. This is not too bad. I'm going to take 1 second to toss up the totals and see if you've got another private moment.
Take that second. You know for a fact that wait, what was I just gonna say?
It's gone.
I can't remember. I'm having so much fun with this. This is so much fun. I can see why Michelle has already said that she'd like to do it again, because I can tell that there are, well, I mean, there are specifically seven main choices at the end, aren't there? But exciting. I still can't get over a fucking yellow chiffon suit. To be fair, that's kind of fashion week, isn't it? It's, it's trying to make the best of it.
Ooh, I think we've got.
How are we all doing in chat? We enjoying ourselves?
Sorry, this is so annoying, but I really just need to add it up.
Don't be sorry. Almost as if there is a higher percentage of a good dice, says Sam. Thank you. Cheers for taking the, just taking the shine away from my magic,
Okay. You've actually got 2 private moments coming up.
Oh.
You have after that performance, you've caught some people's eyes.
Oh.
Let us do.
Wait, do you have to get like above a threshold to have a private moment? Is that
if you score, if you get over a certain amount, you trigger the private moment with somebody. So the first person you triggered that with was Dessa. Now you've triggered it with 2 other people. Okay.
Oh man, I can't wait to watch Michelle one and see when she started to trigger moments. I bet she triggered like 7 moments in the first week, didn't she? All right.
I did some early play testing, and it will surprise you not that when our dear friend Zan played it, she pretty much triggered everybody across the board. She plays a lot of Otome and really knows it. Same with Sam. She was an absolute pro.
Yeah.
Okay. You take a rare moment alone to walk the rose gardens of the palace. You are taking in the heady scent when you hear a voice from behind you. Wait, this is sinister music. That's not the vibe. Not the vibe. Abort.
At last we meet alone.
Okay. You hear a voice behind you. It is the voice of Captain Toll. Is it the flowers? Wait, lower voice. Is it the flowers that enrapture you or the fine air? You reply, I think it could be both, Captain. Then please do me the honor of letting me take you on a walk outside the palace where the air is even finer and the wildflowers grow. Now you have an option to shut him down right now and say, Captain Toll, this is a season of romance and I do not wish to give you the wrong impression by being alone with you. He would nod respectfully and leave you alone. Or you could go on a walk with Captain Toll.
I love how imperious Captain Toll already seems. I don't know whether that's the right word, but it very much feels like
trying his best to be good at. He's really trying to pick his words right because he's not good at the.
I would like to walk with you. No, I absolutely am going for a walk with Captain Toll.
You say, I could think of nothing I would rather do more on this beautiful morning. Captain Toll takes you to the north side of the mountain beyond the palace and the city, where small alcoves in the rock create shady areas of lush grass and weeping willows. You walk until you come to a tiny waterfall and a pool of cool, clear water. He leans against a tree, so tall, and yet far more comfortable here than you have ever seen him before. A fresh breeze flutters his thick blonde hair from his face, and his bright blue eyes meet yours. I have come here often. I am afraid I find courtly games more fatiguing than any battle, and the peace the secret place gives me is invaluable. You reply with, thank you for bringing me here. It's very beautiful. You are welcome. You honor me with your time. In truth, I am so drawn to you, but I know I cannot compete with many others at court.
Why have you done this to me?
I'm not always an oaf who lacks the skill to cut with words. Now you have your options of replies. The first one, the first one is, so you bring me here to show me that you're an oaf with a pretty backdrop as well? That's the first one. The second one is, but Captain Toll, if you like me, you must win me fair and square. There is stiff competition at the palace, those that have higher rank and deeper coffers than you. This place is beautiful, but you try and win a fight outside of the ring, and it's not the rules. That's 2. 3, you are no oaf, and in bringing me here, you show me a part of yourself. I see your kinship with the mountain. I see your humility and your kindness. You step forward and pick a leaf from his hair. I see your beauty, Captain Toll. Or, option 4, I'm always delighted to be shown beautiful new places, especially from you, a man of courage and beauty. Be assured, where you wished for us to go, I would find happiness by your side.
Vapid. Oh, goodness. Oh, God. I think the only one that I actually really liked, no offense whatsoever to your writing, they were all phenomenal. But the only one that I really liked for Elis, I think, in the moment was option 3. I think option 3 has got to be. Yeah, you are no oaf.
I'm having cats screaming at me. Okay. Please, he says, and steps closer to you. Call me Aiden. He caresses your cheek and leans in to kiss you. Little mark next to Captain Toll.
Oh, Aiden.
Aiden Toll. Captain Aiden Toll. So big, so blonde, so dumb.
The funny thing is, like, I came into this being like, I'm not sure Captain Toll's who I'm feeling. He's very kind of, like military man kind of thing. It's not really about me. You did a thing with that scene and it was really nice. So well done.
He is all heart and passion, Okay, next one. Oof. Wait, I've lost it.
Oh, God, I like this game so much. Oh, okay. Shit. Does this mean I need to play some fucking Otomes?
This is low-key one of my faves. Doesn't have to be your fave, personal preference.
Interesting.
You wake in the night and slip out into the corridors of the palace, drinking in the majesty of it, every ornate molding and grand painting. You find yourself on the balcony where you enjoyed the breakfast on the first day, and you see the form of Princess Neki standing at the balustrade, looking out at the stars. For a moment, you consider leaving them to their contemplations, but you disturb a chair and she turns, starting. My apologies, you say, and she replies, you must see a Khotan awake and alone in the palace when everyone else is asleep and think I am up to no good. But I often come out here at night to see the stars. Look. You draw near and look out at the night sky. Look! Looking at the glittering blanket of lights. It's beautiful. In the Khotan Palace, we have a scholar employed just to study the stars for the Empress. The princess is quiet for a moment, her pale face bathed in moonlight. You say, do you miss your home? She looks at you. It is thought that if the mystics can tell you which star to follow, it will lead you to greatness, to the best fate the gods can offer. I was always skeptical. I saw no science, no verifiable truth. But when the scholars and mystics agreed that my star lay to the west, my mother, the Empress, sent me here to follow my fate. I could not understand why she would send me away on such a dangerous mission, to such a strange land where we are yet to call each other friends so soon after the war. I could never see my fate. She steps closer, and you catch the smell of salt and citrus. But you finding me tonight under my star? She looks up at a bright star that's above you both. You, who shines out in this court of flickering candles. Maybe the mystics were right. Maybe I have found the fate the gods had for me. Okay, your response, your options. Option 1, you say to her, you do not have to listen to the proud mystics or pompous scholars. You are a princess. You are here. You brought yourself here. Option 2, I have always known my fate would be a path to the stars, and now I feel we could walk that path together. Wait, I'm going to add a little bit extra to that. But you lean in for a kiss, but before you do, you say, but you should know, I cannot withdraw from the season. If you like me enough, you must join the game to win me. And you flash her a challenging smile. Option 3, it must have been hard to have been sent away by your mother to risk life in a hostile foreign land. I think your mother, wait. No, not the vibe. I think your mother loves and respects you, though, to trust you to represent your empire to us. Or your final option, in my experience, wherever you wander, life follows. I try to walk on and experience every step as a new surprise to be enjoyed.
That's fully the old man on TikTok going, sometimes when you get to the place you are going, you don't know how long it's gonna take, and so then it's vapid again.
You can also shut her down. I think you can also say, hang on, there's a shutdown. I always forget to give you the option to say no. I'm honored.
Am I shutting down? Do you really think I'm shutting down, Lydia?
That beautiful Yonti. So this is actually, I'm going to say this. This is the first time that the bitch option isn't actually nasty.
I was about to say it's tough. It feels like an option that could work with Neki from what I know of Princess Neki so far. But I think option 2 is actually truer to up to the very end bit that you added on, because the challenge doesn't seem as much Elis as the rest of it, but the rest of it seems.
But if you liked that one, you could think of it this way: has Elis been perceptive enough to pick up that that's what she likes? Because she is clearly somebody who likes the tug and pull of intellect.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Wit is my highest stat, so I think maybe I'm metagaming a little bit, but I think 2 works. I like 2.
Yeah. So this is what you say. You say, I've always known that my fate would be a path to the stars, and now I feel that we could walk that path together. You lean in to kiss, but you stop just short of her lips. But you should know I cannot withdraw from the season. If you like me enough, you must join the game to win me, and you flash her a challenging smile. She brushes her thumb over your lips and says, then let it be so. I will watch you capture every heart and hope to keep yours.
Oh, that's not nearly as arrogant as I thought it was going to be. That was actually really, really sweet. Holy shit. Okay, cool.
Okay. All right, those are your 2 private moments. We're going back into the season.
Okay.
Week 3 of the Palace season.
I'm only hyperventilating a little bit.
Let's get out that pub. All right. Otro explains to you that the next 5 days will be the last time that you can present yourself to all at the palace. At the beginning of the week, there is a feast, an evening of wine and food. This is sinister again. I gotta get some like chiller music. I swear I'm in the chill like. Anyway,
You're getting Reigns of Castamere vibes going on.
uh, at the beginning of the week, there is a feast, an evening of food and wine and excess. It is advised that you wear something eye-catching and in the latest fashion. Get that yellow chiffon out. At the end of the week, there will be a final exhibition of debutantes. An evening giving you time to show your best talents and attributes. This is the time to use everything at your disposal to show everyone what you're made of. But first, they will help you with your wardrobe and any alterations and last-minute accessories that you might want. By the time the feast commences, you have done everything you can to look as ravishing and on the cutting edge of fashion. Can you please describe for me your... this is a decadent feast, and you have to look your best. Yep. What outfit does Elis Claude wear?
Jorts and no. I think we're going chiffon on top. We're going for like a classic kind of chiffon kind of shirt type thing. Very, very sort of low cut with billowing sleeves. That kind of the kind of chiffon that just sort of the kind of shirt that just sort of sits on the shoulders and kind of like accentuates the width of the shoulder, and then is tucked into quite a high-waisted sort of and quite relatively tight sort of trouser that has kind of the trousers. He's a farm boy. The trousers have like cowboy tassels going down the sort of like line, and those tassels are like they're beaded tassels going all the way down.
This has got quite Dolly Parton.
incredibly so, and they're tucked into a big set of cowboy boots.
I'm not mad. I like that outfit a lot.
Very high heel as well.
Oh,
like a high kind of high.
Asimars in our world are typically already quite tall, so you would be, you'd be over 7 foot.
You know it.
You step into the Hall of Feasts with Dessa. Arcane lights gently float through the vaulted ceilings like glowing fireflies. A horseshoe-shaped table occupies one end, with the Emperor and his family and guests. The rest of the room is an arrangement of long tables, heavily decorated with carafes of wine and elaborate platters of food. Music lifts through the air, the scented air, and already the room is alive with conversation and merriment. Otro pulls you away from your friend and whispers to you, "I have pulled some strings so that you can sit at the high table if you are quick about it." You look to Dessa, who smiles widely and bids you to go and make the most of this opportunity. Now,
yes,
they just want the best for you. Option 1, you race to the table, purposefully tripping a fellow Deb on the way, and speed finds you a seat next to the Emperor. Option 2, you walk as fast as you can and find yourself next to the Emperor and beside the beautiful Fey diplomat. No, not the Fey diplomat, the Princess Neki.
Okay.
Option 3, you offer that place to your dear friend Dessa. Or 4, you smile at Otro, pick up a glass of wine from the nearest table and say, "As long as I have my friends, I will have a good time." And after you take a sip, that you see that the opportunity has passed and the space at the top of the table has been filled.
Oh, really torn between the middle two and 3. I think... Okay, so here's the question. Do I want to potentially get as many sort of romance moments as I possibly can? or do I actually want to go tactical kind of sort of season goer? I think I want to go. Oh, that's really interesting. I think I let Dessa go.
You offer your place. That's your final answer?
I think so. I think. Listen, my only sort of thinking there would be, I feel like Otome might be inclined to like that, and I'm intrigued as to what their romance option is. And also, it's Neki sitting next to Neki would be fun, but like
you bagged her already. Who fucking cares?
Well, I want Dessa to make the best of it as well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stay and offer it to Dessa.
Okay. Let me just quickly, because that's quite basically everyone can see this and everybody has a different opinion of it. So I've just got to write down all the things. So.
Oh dear. I might come out of this with Julian absolutely hating me, but
Okay.
Wouldn't
cool.
it be nice, though, if Dessa and Neki hit it off, and that completely sort of like blew out two of my romance options?
Yeah. Okay. You offer your place to your dear friend Dessa. You go and sit with your mother, and to your side is a sweet-looking academic type who smiles at you. But the eagle-eyed emperor sees this and calls out to you over the hubbub. Behold, this intrepid debutante was given an opportunity to sit by my side, and in an act of true friendship, gave up their place for their friend. I would toast such an act, but first, tell me, do you truly care more for your friend's happiness and future than your own? Option 1. Your Grace, sometimes the closer you are to the sun, the more you prove that you burn easily. Option 2. Option 2, Your Grace, I would move heaven and earth to sit by your side, but my dear friend is also my partner in crime, and I know, should they do well this season, they would look after me and help me in any future pursuits of marriage. Option 3, Your Grace, my friend Dessa, who now sits by your side, is my greatest and oldest friend, and seeing them flourish under the gaze of the finest and most noble people in attendance is an unparalleled joy. Or option 4. No, wait, that was, no, it wasn't. Your Grace, the person to your side is my oldest friend, and this opportunity gives her such joy. My greatest joy is found in the feast itself. You have made a night to remember with fine wine and unparalleled delicacies. In giving her my seat, we both have a night to remember, even if it means I must hear about your greatness from them secondhand.
Listen, I at some point I would love to go through a full go of this, doing the option 4 every single time, because I hate it so much. Almost as much as I hate the option 1. I think truly, this is a Tom character, Mama Bear, right? Like this is all about friendship.
Their joy is my joy. Yeah.
Am I right? So that's option 3 for sure.
Dessa smiles at you. Julian says, then let us all toast to friendship so strong that where sacrifice lays its weary head springs love and hope, to love and hope. After eating, Julian steps from the table and asks you for the privilege of the first dance. He pulls you close to him, and you both sweep the dance floor as all eyes are on you. Let me just do a quick...
Interesting. Oh, I love this so much. This is so good. I never had any doubts, but also like I didn't realize just how much I'd enjoy doing this.
You are really kind. It's like this is your mark. Well, afterwards, if we've got time, we should talk about how your marks have gone because it's really
Let's do it.
It's really interesting. Okay, wait. So,
I kind of feel like the way I play D&D is kind of like everyone's friend, not necessarily everyone's love interest. Like I think that's kind of like, you know, I go amicable, not romantic. If that makes sense. Not fiery. And I like that. I'm here for it.
Okay. You've triggered a private moment.
Ooh.
I think you might have actually triggered 2 there. Fuck it, I'm going to do both. Fuck it. I can't.
Here we fucking go. Am I going to get the whole set?
You'd really struggle with certainly with one person. You'd really fucking struggle.
I get the feeling that there is a specific person that is not my biggest fan.
Okay, it is a warm afternoon, and you have come to your suite to change for dinner when a masked member of staff enters and announces that the Emperor summons you to his parlor. You quickly change and freshen up, walking through the long and winding corridors to the Imperial wing and into the sprawling parlor, bedecked in gold furniture and pale, fluttering drapes and the smell of sweet, fragrant tea. The Emperor reclines on a chaise longue, the red skin of his broad chest showing beneath a silk waistcoat. Jewels drip from his ears and horns, and he smiles with disarming warmth as you bow on approach. Welcome, Elis Claude. Tea is poured, and it is gestured that you should sit next to His Majesty. Do you enjoy the season so far? You reply, yes, Your Grace. I do not take for granted the honor of being part of this game, but it truly is the thrill of a lifetime. I'm glad. You need not be so formal, though, just for the moment. I desire to meet the real you. In truth, I do not love the courtly games as many would think. I am drawn to honesty and would ask that of you now. Now, options. Option 1. If you truly ask for honesty of me, then I would say this tea is bitter.
Oh, you fucking bitch.
Option 2. Your Grace, to be plain, the thrill of the game is in my blood, and it is in playing it that I'm here before you. I have beaten my competitors to a private meeting with the Emperor. This is my true self. Option 3.
Tacky.
Then I will be just a person sitting next to a man, drinking tea, and speaking of things that we may have in common. I have often wondered if it is a lonely life, even with the whole imperial family and courtly entourage. There must be so few who might converse with you about simple things, my Emperor. Or option 4, I will happily drink tea and speak in whichever way is appropriate, my Emperor.
Vapid. I think it's got to be option 3, right? I think. I reckon we could speak about things that we both have in common. What do you think of shucking corn?
Do you like hops?
Do you like hops? Yeah, no, I think it's option 3.
Okay.
Just a simple cowboy, but well, I was like, yeah.
Swamp cowboy. Elis Claude's a swamp cowboy. For this moment, please call me Julian. He leans forward and looks into your eyes. I knew I could not be wrong in seeing a perceptive soul. And you spend half an hour happily talking and laughing with Julian until his advisor tells him he's late for a meeting. As you go, he turns you to look at him, his amber eyes burning. If you would allow me, I wish. And he kisses you passionately. Emperor Smooch.
Smooch. That's got to be an achievement when you make this into an actual video game.
Yeah, when we played with Michelle, I just realized we haven't been doing smooch klaxons, because that's what we had with Michelle. Every time she got smooch, there was a klaxon. Okay, the second private moment, which I feel sad that I've done this one second, because I feel like this person might just like get overshadowed by Emperor Smooch. Hang on, is there better music? Because that's quite grand music. Okay, yeah, that's kind of suits. It is late one night and you cannot sleep, probably because you kissed the Emperor yesterday. You sit in the window seat of your parlor, overlooking the lights of the city. You see a face at the window not far from yours, emerald eyes glittering in the moonlight. And in a second, it is gone. And not long after, you hear somebody entering your suite.
This is really romantic, but all I see in my head is just...
You can't bring bing bong energy to this encounter.
I'm really sorry. It's good. I'm excited.
Is everything okay? Can I bring you anything? You see the form of Otro, barefoot and quietly moving towards you. They are maskless for the first time, and you see their smooth skin as they stand before you. I need nothing, Otro, and I have you to thank for that, you reply softly. I've never seen your face before, and it does not surprise me that the Emperor wishes to hide such a face. And you indicate for them to sit with you. Otro moves to sit, and your shoulders brush in the movement. Otro freezes and steps back. I could not sit by your side. Do not ask this of me. There is a pause as you look into their face, suddenly so full of yearning. Right, responses. Response 1. Then leave me to my solitude. I did not ask for you to torment me with your pretty face and half-nakedness.
Oh, gross. So gross.
Yeah. Response 2. You are right. I cannot afford a dalliance with a valet when I have everything to win. Response 3.
Horrible.
I ask bravery of you, Otro. I crave your company this night. If you will not sit, then I will stand and show you that I can be brave. Option 4. It matters little if we are seated or standing, Otro. Just stay with me a while and share a cup of wine.
Oh, God. Thing is, Otro is the only one that I don't want to string along if it isn't actually Otro that I choose in the end. But I want to get the smooch. So I think it's got.
I'm going to give you a tip. Is that some of the answers have then additional options after? So.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I know with the other ones it's been a little bit more straightforward, but with some of them you're just kind of shutting it down, and with others you then have further like options.
I think with the option 3, I don't love the fact that I'm saying I'm like yearning. Is that what you said? Like yearning for
option 3 was option 3 is ballsy, because option 3 is I ask bravery of you, Otro. I crave your company this night. If you will not sit, then I will stand.
I kind of feel like that's a little bit too kind of too gutsy, a little bit too you're the one that I want.
So I'm going for
the vapid option.
You're going for, it matters little if we are seated or standing, Otro. Just stay with me a while and share a cup of wine with me.
I like that.
Yeah.
I actually like that.
Otro takes your cup and drinks. My name is Fiel. Otro is my family name. I know I overstep. I know I cannot hope that you would return the fire that I have for you in my soul, but you have lit a fire in me. I've just realized that I've kind of been presumptuous with your response, which is I burn too, Fiel. And then Fiel says, but you came to wed someone with status, and I would bring ruin to that plan. Then you have two more options. The first option being, plans are made for ruining, Fiel. The fire in our souls will burn the plans my mother has had. And from the scorched earth, we will build a new life, and you will kiss. Option 2 is, let us be together for one night, and who cares what tomorrow brings?
Oh God, I don't want to hurt Otro.
Or you can also say, thank you for your professionalism. I'll see you in the morning.
That would be so much worse.
Listen, you're being honest with the second one because you're saying, I am who knows what? I'm not promising you anything.
I think option 2 was the one that I wanted to go for. Option 1 just feels like it's like at this stage it's a lie. Sorry, I'm getting so deep into it.
No, this is perfect. This is perfect. It's exactly what it's right. Yeah.
It just feels like I'm lying to Otro because I have more coals in the fire. Is that the phrase?
Yeah, it's so like the whole game is built around having lots of coals in the fire and fancying a lot of people. Like, I'm not fucking about. I'm making it so that you're attracted to everybody, and I'm a lot of these options have the presumption that you are attracted to pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
So you're going to have like a fling with him tonight, but on the proviso that
I think it's option 2, my lord. Yeah.
You kiss and you spend the night together. Very good.
Very good. Very nice.
Right. Let's get back into it. You've got an exhibition to get going. Final exhibition. I've lost my place in my binder of love.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. I'm all aflutter. I'm all yeah.
What I like about this is we have been talking quite a lot about Palace season in our D&D game. And so now you kind of get this perspective of what Hazes might do, what Kai might do. You know, those are the people who are like Henry, you know, they're all going to do the Palace season.
It was one of those wild things, like half an hour in, I was going, God, you know, this would be a really cool thing to do, like as a campaign in the future, maybe. And then I kind of thought, no, you know what, actually, you know, this is kind of the perfect way of showing what this season is. Do you know what I mean? Like as much as I'm sure people would love to have a Palace season, I kind of think this is like the perfect sort of taste.
I mean, the thing is, I would love to do this as a D&D game, but every time you roll for initiative, it would be like slapping each other with fans. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't ever give anybody a knife or a rapier. It would just be like, you know, the tortilla, wet tortilla game, but with gloves, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God.
As the days pass, you are preparing feverishly with your mother and Otro for the exhibition, which will take the form of a parade through the palace with decorated carts as floats, where you can display a talent for all to see. Your mother gives money to Otro to help make your float as spectacular as possible. Can you roll a d6 and add family money?
Oh, interesting. Shit, where have I put? That is, so that's a +2. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that's a 4. +2 is a 6.
Excellent stuff. Let me just, I keep 6. Your float is spectacular. A mix of fashionable shades and tasteful props. you hug both your mother and Otro for their help. Now, this is the vital one. What talent are you displaying? You have to pick something that will either rely on coordination, wit, or beauty. So with wit, you might be doing stand-up comedy on your float. or when we had people who had beauty as their top, the one with the highest marks, it was like a tipping the velvet kind of tableau show, where you just sort of dress up as a scene from something or like a statue. And coordination would obviously be like a dance routine on the float as it's moving, or like acrobatics or something. But wit could be like reciting poetry or whatever you think, whatever you consider, like maybe you're singing a song or doing a monologue or something.
I quite like the idea of
like a TED Talk.
TED Talk, yeah, TED Talk, all about how my life got turned upside down. I think singing kind of. You know what? I think I would
you could like do of all the guests that are there.
Oh my god! I would like to do kind of like back to my roots, or back to the family roots kind of style. I am singing like working songs, which feels a little bit gross as a really rich.
You heard it out of the window. The common folk who were harvesting. Oh, that sound! What an interesting song.
But like that kind of those kind of like, and I think I've possibly employed some like backing singer type people to do like rounds of a song, like doing those kind of like lilting kind of over and under and melding of voices,
it's a bit like
kind
that
of songs
sea shanty
together.
that did the rounds on TikTok, right? It'd be something
very
like
much like that, yeah.
Okay, roll a d6 and add wit.
Roll a d6 and add wit. That was a 4 again, I shit you not.
You are always
so that
right
is,
on the 4 is right on the cusp.
Well, so
You've
4 is
in.
it was 4 on the dice plus 3, so it's a 7.
You breathe through. You are the toast of the exhibition. No one comes close to you in float appearance or talent, and your name is on everyone's lips for days. I'm just going to write down that 777.
What shall we do with the drunken emperor? What shall we do with the drunken emperor?
Okay. Now, you're in the toughest part of the game. You are in the proposals section. Wait, I just have to do, actually, that's not true, because I just want to make sure you've got no more private moments.
Oh god, proposal. Shit.
Final scores.
Oh god, I have no idea. I'm scared. You're not going to sit there and be disappointed when I say no to people, are you? You're absolutely going to do that. Shit. Oh god.
No. You've got to say. You've got to. I mean, that's the whole thing. Is like you've got to. The proposals is the section you've got to be most tactical.
Oh, you know for a fact I'm going to put my foot in it somehow. So here's the thing. I've been thinking about this both from a gut instinct kind of place, but also in a space to kind of appease my mother slightly. And I think I might have the person potentially chosen, but
they might not ask you.
Having a private
moment doesn't necessarily mean they're going to propose. It just means they were interested.
Sam saying, "I'll say this: I accepted a proposal, then eloped with someone else." That is the most quintessential Sam move I have ever heard, and I love it.
Okay, you have to just bear with me. I'm so sorry. Just vamp.
No,
for a
it's
second. I've got
totally
two
fine.
more to add up.
Sorry, I've been a little bit quiet myself because I'm just sat here panicking. Michelle, I can only imagine the torment that you went through. I want to know. I want to know how many. Well, I'm going to watch it. I want to know how many people you got to the romance options of, Michelle. I also want to see who wins the point score. Not that I'm competitive or anything, but you know, I feel like I've got, you know, points to win back after you got Law Dad. So you know, if if I can beat you on points this time, I'll feel somewhat vindicated by my appalling presentation in the quiz. So, amber level proposal or bust, absolutely. Oh my God. Sam saying, I also hoped someone else would propose to me as they were my first choice. And after a private moment, they didn't propose and I was devastated. Oh,
yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. And here's the thing. You have to like decide in the moment. So you could turn somebody down thinking you're going to get proposed to somebody and then they don't propose. So then you're marriageless.
So this is like Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
This part. Oh my God, I hate it.
It is the morning after the great feast, and your mother wakes you. Well, you have done everything you could do to secure a good match. Now, all we have to do is wait and see. I hope that we will have you proposed to before nightfall, but we do still have some days before we leave for home. You rise and dress for breakfast, thinking of everything you've experienced in your season here. Now, you got some real interesting marks.
Oh, I'm scared. Genuinely scared.
Okay. Here we go. First up. Ooh, what order? Ooh, this I need to like get it in my head what order I'm gonna do it in that makes it like most
juiciest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm also not making it easy for myself, so.
Okay, I think I have, you know what, I think, oh, God, is it worth me going top to bottom? I think, oh God.
I'm sorry, what?
like making my choices in order as well. Oh. My
okay.
Goodness, it's tough.
Here we go. I'm not going to tell you how many people are proposing.
Christ.
That's part of it. Oh, I'm in the wrong section altogether. Jesus. Abort. Back.
Okay, I think I've got my order of who I'm most interested in.
You go to your suite and find in a vase a bunch of wild flowers with a note tucked into the stems. Meet me by the waterfall.
No. Why have you done this?
You can send a member of staff telling him that you don't wish to be alone with him, or you can go and face the music.
Oh God, I'll go. Oh.
You make your way to the secret place where you met before. Captain Toll stands in front of the waterfall, and in his hands is a rope of wildflowers. You came. I feared someone with higher rank and wealth may have stolen you away from me. You say, I am here, Aiden. You must know how I long for you, how every waking thought is of you, how I dream of you. He turns to look out over the vista. You should be in possession of the facts. I am a captain. The military asks a lot of me. It asks a lot of my spouse. There will be stretches of time where we are asked to be apart, where you'll be asked to worry for my safety, where you'll be asked to move home time and time again. But in return, I will give you every drop of love in my body. I will care and protect you if you ask me. I will be true to you for all of our lives. My love, will you, knowing this, marry me? Option 1, I will. I will follow you to the ends of the world. I will wait for your every return. I will share in your every success, and I will give you every drop of my love. Or option 2, you ask too much. I cannot marry you.
Is that what I have to say?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh God. It's option 2.
Yeah. Captain Toll soon leaves court and goes back to his military life. Some years later, you hear of his demise at enemy hands. Oh God. I wish I hadn't laughed then. That's so awful. You killed him.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, I hate it. Right, okay. This is the end of American Graffiti, the film, where the film's all whimsical and funny, and then right at the end, just randomly, they go, that guy, you remember that guy?
Yeah.
Died in Vietnam.
Yeah.
That guy also died in Vietnam.
That's such a fucking great film. I love that film.
Such a strange ending. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I love that. Okay. It is the end of proposals week. Your mother has packed your belongings into trunks, and masked staff help move them. You hear a low voice of Otro whisper to you, I would steal a moment alone. You step into your sleeping quarters and close the door behind you. The season is late, and I wish to give you every opportunity to find a future of wealth and status as your mother wished. But I can stay quiet no more. Otro lowers their mask, and the face beneath is full of emotion. Was I wrong to hope? They take your hand and press it to their heart. Could you come with me and find a future built on love and respect, even if it comes without land and title? Option 1, I would live 1,000 lives with you built on such things. Option 2, Viel, I must marry another for the sake of my family. I would ruin their lives even if it brought me happiness. But I would move heaven and earth to keep you in my life. We must find a way that we will never be parted, even though I must wed another. Could you bear such a life? Or option 3, Viel, I am sorry, but I must be true to another. We would never work, and I would not tie you to such unhappiness.
Ooh. Now oh God, this is horrible. this is where I hate myself. Otro was second choice, only for in-game reasons as well, because I'm that much of a nerd. But do I wait? Because Otro is fucking amazing. Lids, I'm going to choose option 1.
I would live 1,000 lives built on such things. You're picking Otro? Final answer?
No! I'm picking number 2. I'm picking option 2.
So 2 is, I'm going to marry someone else, but will you be my bit on the side?
Oh, wait, no. I'm really, really sorry. No, it's option 3. I want to be truthful to him. There's one person who's just above Otro for me. And oh God.
Fiel, I'm sorry, but I must be true to another. We would never work, and I would not tie you to such unhappiness. You leave the heartbroken Fiel and never see them again. And Tom, no one else proposes to you. You linger by the doors of the city palace, hoping to be called, hoping for a note from someone. And eventually, you have to get into that carriage and go back to Drashen.
I said it. I said I was going to leave with no one.
No!
Deal or no deal?
Deal or no deal?
That is so good.
You know what, though? You were very close. The next person who was going to ask you, and you were only 6 points away, was the Emperor.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They have a higher threshold. They are hard, like everybody else has a threshold of 60 to propose to you. The Emperor has a threshold of 80, and you got 64.
Wow.
74. 74. Yeah.
That is incredible. That was so much fun. The top option, I think, so here was my reasoning. I don't actually know whether this is common knowledge. But look, ultimately, the Khotan Empire is a large piece of land. Even though we wouldn't necessarily go there to live, it would be a large and prosperous place for the family. And also, like the witticism kind of stuff connected a little bit more with Neki than some of the other stuff. But yeah, it just wasn't to be. You
got that early meeting, but then you got a bunch of minuses for things that you did. Like she essentially.
I got the feeling that the feast was fucked me over a little bit.
There's this scoring system, and Neki likes ambitious and bitchy people and doesn't like compassionate and carefree. So every time you did something compassionate and carefree in public, you got minuses with her.
It would never have worked.
Never worked. But all the time that you were doing those compassionate and carefree things, Captain Toll was going like, I love that so much.
Toll.
That beautiful big man Toll was so keen on you. But actually, you know, what's the interesting thing about this is the person who liked you the most was the Emperor, but because they have a higher threshold, they just, you know, your mark with them was 74 and the next person down was Toll at 68. So
that is wild. 74. Fuck.
Yeah.
That is wild. Imagine if I got there. I'm not sure I would have accepted still though. You know?
I know. I think it's the Emperor one is such an interesting option because it feels like the best option because they're the emperor, but everybody gets stuck up on that thing of like, you're one of many people, you're part of an entourage, and it doesn't have that passionate feel about it because you are the 22nd spouse of the emperor.
Yeah.
You know, they've been there before. There's others that feel more like special. You were 3 marks away from Dessa.
Yeah.
And the person who liked you the least was the actor Aeschylus Pine.
Oh, that surprises me, actually. I thought it was going to be Malwen.
Well, no. Morlwen didn't hate you. You got quite close to a private moment, but you got in the feast. You did everything you did at the feast got you -20 with her. So you were close to a private meeting, and then everything you did at the thing was like she just was not into that at all.
Wow. You know what? I like this for Elis. I think Elis is going to go back. I'm not going to say that on stream, actually. I'm going to text Lydia afterwards with that particular nugget. But oh my God, that was so much fun.
I mean, here's the thing: is the idea is that you get one palace season when you when you have your like coming out. But what do you think Elis the Aasimar does? Because they've kind of muffed it with these people, but they could still like cultivate stuff later on.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think what he does was potentially what I was going to text you about, to be fair. But I think after that playthrough, I didn't really have many thoughts in my mind as to his ambitions for this palace season, to be fair. And the further I got into it, the further I was like, oh shit, actually this is weird, because he's kind of, I'm kind of playing them as the kind of woo girl that's not, if that makes sense. Like I think he was definitely there as sort of to see, to experience and to see what there was there. But I think he'd go back for a second season potentially.
Well, you're not really allowed to. I mean, you'd go.
You're not allowed to. Sorry, you said you're not allowed.
I mean, you might. You could, being a rich person and being an Aasimar, there's an outside chance that you'd be invited back as a guest, but not as a debutante. So you could do it that way around, maybe, especially if you carried on working for the people of Droshan and being like this important person in agriculture and all of that kind of thing, then maybe you get to pick a debutante further on down the line, or just kind of schmooze with the important people.
You know what I think would be something that he'd be interested in doing is actually kind of seeing if he can keep in contact as much as possible with the Emperor. I mean, obviously, but I think the connection there, though it wasn't enough for a marriage proposal, nor was it one that he was particularly interested in, was a true one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you could flirt with the Emperor for years and years and years to come. Yeah,
I think yeah, that would possibly be something that he would kind of not maneuver in a Machiavellian way, but like I think he would keep the good graces and go to the capital as much as possible to actually just be there and speak, to have this frank conversation with this ridiculously all-powerful person in the
I know that you're going to watch it, but do you want to know what Michelle's situation was?
I do. I want to hear it.
Michelle played a changeling, which is really interesting. With you knowing the law of the land.
Yeah.
But what was not like showing anybody. That like she picked a kind of visage to take to the palace, and for her it was between Neki and Lady Morlwen.
Oh.
I mean, she got proposed to by Toll and was like, No. She got proposed to by Aeschylus Pine, which is a really fun proposal because it's very, very public. And she was
Wow.
like, no. And then she was tortured over the fact that Princess Neki proposed and Lady Morlowen proposed.
Wow.
And it's cheeky because the Lady Morlowen's proposal is very steamy.
Yeah.
And she went with the Fae. She was a changeling that married a Fae, which is extremely interesting.
I was about to say, I'm not saying too much, but that is extremely interesting. Oh, well, actually, you all know.
But then she was kind of tortured by it because I think Neki's like a low-key favorite of everybody's because she's like, she's witty and she's
mischievous and kind of, yeah.
And also she was sort of slung out here by her mum. Like it's an intriguing story. And I think Michelle is just occasionally is like, I think I should have married. I should have gone to the Khotan Empire. I'd made the wrong choice. No.
Well, that the romance option there was so like it wasn't particularly steamy in any way, shape, or form. Well, it was quite steamy at the same time, but also it was so heartfelt and so kind of all bearing, that I thought that was really, really interesting. That's what got me with Neki, I think. That I loved. I have to say, I really did like Tal, and my heart is broken for him. Same with Chiboy Otro, but Fiel or no Fiel as
imagine if you go with me down a hypothetical, because if you'd got 6 more points and the Emperor had proposed to you, you could have been a spouse of the Emperor. And because the 2 options, when you ask Fiel to be your person on the side, you're either asking them to be a secret affair or to train to take the ring and to be your courtesan.
I didn't even think about taking the ring. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Otto, take the wing.
That would have been the perfect, oh my God,
edge to that, because Otro has not chosen that life for themselves. They're doing it because they love you, and they'll have you at whatever way you would have it, they would have it.
Yeah.
But that is, you were, if you just got 6 more points, you could have had that scenario of like, I am Prince, but I've also got my courtesan favorite, Fiel Otro, who used to be my valet.
Okay, well, thank you, Lydia, because that's just as Michelle is pining after Neki currently. I am now pining after that particular arrangement. So thank you. Next time, that's what I'm going to go for. Hey, or I'm just going to be an absolute asshole and see what happens.
That's the thing. You either play it through again to get your perfect scenario, or you play it through again to be the person who's just a bitch the whole way through.
Wow, that was so good. Oh, I really enjoyed that. I want to see you do more of these things. I know it took so much time, but God, it's so much
what the one that I would think would be really interesting is doing it with polls in chat, so that it's like, because
I think you should.
Yeah, that would be quite fun.
I absolutely think that should be done. Thank you so much for this. I genuinely had so much fun with this. This was amazing. I didn't really, because I haven't watched Michelle's run through.
You saved it, didn't you? You said you knew you were going to do this, so you're like, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna game it.
Yeah, so I didn't really know what to expect, but yeah, this was so good. And you know what? Actually, despite the initial disappointment, I think that Elis felt, I think Elis can hold his head up high, and he was like the closest to the diamond at the fucking ball as you can get, almost.
Yeah. To be the diamond, you would have to roll 6s for every event. It's not about it's not about how well you do in the conversations with people. It's about, you have 3 opportunities. So essentially you have to roll, this is how hard it is to be a diamond of the season. You have to roll 12 6s in a row, because it's not 12. You have to roll 6 6s in a row, because it's 3 events, 2 rolls per event, and you have to roll 6 every time. That's how you get Diamond of the Season.
Wow. Wow. Well, I was close enough. But yeah, no, I had so much fun. Thank you so much, Lydia.
You're welcome. Anytime. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. And what's more, I'm so excited to see Nikki play this.
I think there's no way Nikki's not bringing either I think he's going to bring gremlin energy and be like, I'm not playing this unless I can be a goblin and just absolutely trolling everyone.
Listen, we all know that Nikki's either going to be utter bitch or absolute woo girl, and I think I know which one's going to be played.
Fun.
You know,
that would be very fun. Yeah,
and I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that so much. Thank you everyone for being here.
Yeah, join us on Wednesday for more D&D of our D&D campaign, the Divisia Census, where there's going to be some breaking and entering of a petting zoo. And we'll see you then, guys, or see us in Discord or on our socials.
Yeah.
Good evening to you all. Mwah.
Love.